Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Some AI Dungeon 2. This is Jet Starlight and Zana, Fairy Monster Hunters, episode number 36. If you have not watched episodes number 1 through 35, I highly recommend that you do so. This is the last episode of Season 3, so tomorrow we will be starting up Season 4. So this is the Season 3 finale. I hope you guys are excited. If you would like to watch the entire series, like I said, feel free to click on the series playlist in the end card or in the description box below. If you would like to read the entire series so far, click on the AI Dungeon link in the description. And if you'd like to talk about the series with your boy, feel free to post in the comment section below or on our Discord. Feel free to message me directly if you want to talk spoilers. Discord link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's start episode number 36 by starting the timer and reading the last action from the previous episode. Boom, 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 boom. You follow Zana. You say, "Our daughter Lara, she is currently training to challenge you to a fight. If it comes to it, Lara is willing to kill you to get Velzix essence from you. It doesn't have to escalate that far. If you just surrender Velzix essence to the Infernal Realm, we can end the war here and now." Zana says, "I have to go. Think about this." Zana walks away from you. General Ackerson approaches you, a sneer on his face. "What the hell did you just do?" he asked angrily. You stare down General Ackerson. You don't like his tone. You're a god, and yet he speaks to you like a peasant. You sneer at him and look him dead in his eyes. You say, "Are you trying to pick a fight? I need to go talk to my wife and daughter. If you ever give me attitude again, I will not hesitate to smash you into the pavement. I normally don't lash out like this, but I don't have time for petty business while we're in the middle of a war with the demonic dimension. Stay out of my way if you know what's good for you." Yeah, like this isn't the time for you to be picking with Jet Starlight. This is serious. This is the season finale of Season 3. You push him aside and walk away. You hurry back to the headquarters of the war room. The situation has gotten worse. The sky is almost pitch black now. Velzix's realm has grown considerably. Okay, I can edit that. Excuse me. You hurry after Zana, who is inside of the headquarters of the war room. The situation has gotten worse. The sky is almost pitch black now. And then say, "The Infernal Realm has grown considerably. Zana, we don't have time for you to worry about what will happen if you release Velzix essence. We are in a now or never situation. The entire Earth is at risk. What are you so afraid of?" Yeah, like, are you afraid of the world being destroyed? Because that's what's gonna happen. You're just letting the world die. Let's see. Zana says, "I'm not afraid. I just don't want to be a murderer." No. Refresh that. Zana wouldn't say that. Zana straight up kills people. You begin to shake and start crying. You think about your life, your family and friends that you'll leave behind if you die. The pain of loss is great, even if you are a cold-hearted killer most of the time. I'm not thinking about my death. Retry. Zana's eyes water. She is clearly very upset by this entire situation. I'm afraid of Velzix killing me. He can see what I'm thinking, you know, she says, crying. Okay, that actually seems to be like a more believable thing for the story to say. I understand that your fight against Velzix was a tough one. It was one of the most epic battles I've ever witnessed. I know that after your fight with Velzix, you were shook to your core. Now the entire world is being shook to its core. I know that it has been hard for you. You didn't have your husband or your daughter for an entire year, as the world around you was ravaged by demons. You had to carry my burdens on your shoulders by becoming the queen of so much. You've done so much. But we're not done. We'll never be done. The world will always need us. And no matter what happens, we'll always be there. No matter what it takes, we'll always rise back up. Trust me, Zana. Release Velzix essence. So I'm trying to convince her to, like, end the war. We gotta end the war. Zana wipes her eyes. All right, let's do this then, she says, and walks into the war room. We're already inside the war room. Inside the war room are dozens of large maps, charts, and astronomical devices. So I'm going to get rid of the part where it says she walks into the war room. Change it from she says to Zana says. And then it can just describe what's in the war room like it did before. That's fine. Okay. Let's go back to the Infernal Realm portal so that we can communicate with the Infernal Realm and negotiate the transfer of Velzix essence in return for a peace treaty between worlds. Because that's pretty much what we want. You know, if they're mad that Infernus planet was destroyed, then we're like, here's the person who actually destroyed your planet, and in return, stop the war. No more war. Yes, it's the only way to save this world. It's also the most dangerous plan I've ever heard in my life, but it's our only hope right now, Zana says. You and Zana walk back, well, I guess hurry back to the portal of the Infernus Realm. You call into the portal and request to speak to the leader of the Infernal Realm army. You let the demons know that you want to that you want to negotiate the conditions of a peace treaty, and that you have the essence the being that was responsible for the destruction of the Infernus planet. That's right. It's time for us to diplomatically end a war. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. After about an hour, a massive demon lord enters the portal. He is a behemoth with pale, chitinous skin and 4 arms. His lower set of arms end with claws like that of a crab, while his upper 2 arms end with big, spiked clubs. Okay, cool. We are willing to give you the essence of the being that destroyed Infernus planet if you promise to essentially to agree to a peace treaty between our realms. We know that you are attacking because you're upset about the destruction of the Infernus planet. We did not destroy the Infernus planet. Velzix did. And we can give you his essence if you promise to no longer attack our realm. Yep. So let's see if this works. So this dude's set up to be like a really big, oh man, we're gonna fight this dude kind of thing. But let's see if we can not fight him. The demon lord kneels down and speaks in a calm, deep voice. What does he say? Let's figure it out. Yes, we did attack you. I will speak to your leaders about a peace treaty, he says in a booming voice. You are speaking to the leaders of this realm. My wife and I are 2 of the most powerful beings here. You use reality manipulation to summon a peace treaty. You ask the Devil Lord to sign the treaty. You say that if the Devil Lord signs the treaty, that you'll give him the essence of Velzix. But in return, the war, well, I guess all fighting between the Infernal Realm and your realm must end. Forever. Like, pretty much, we shouldn't be fighting anymore. I am to speak with any of your leaders? The demon lord asked. Yes, you say. We are the leaders of this realm. You raise an eyebrow. The Devil Lord doesn't seem to be taking you and Zana seriously. Though he does seem open to negotiations. You ask the Devil Lord what's so funny. And you motion towards the peace treaty. Like, I don't need this to be an episode of people who think they have a big dick and want to try and like shit on Jet Starlight. We've seen it a million times. You're just gonna die, dude. You 2 are the leaders of this realm. Truly, he says in a tone that shows he thinks you're lying. Yes, you reply. Why do you find that hard to believe? The Devil Lord begins to laugh even harder than before. Okay. This isn't a laughing matter. If this war continues, both of our realms could be destroyed. Do you agree to the peace treaty? Or do you want your entire realm annihilated? Yeah, like, I don't know. I am not, like, in the mood for this, like, at all. The Devil Lord's laughter ceases. He seems to ponder your threat for a moment. I agree to the peace treaty, he says. I'll take the piece of Velzix back to my realm. You summon a message container and then hand it to the Devil Lord. That's not what I'm gonna do. Good. I'm glad that you've come to your senses. Sign the peace treaty. After that, my wife Zana will give you Velzix essence. Whoa, hold up. Sign the peace treaty and command your forces to stand down. Once the Infernal Realm is informed of the peace treaty, Zana will give you the essence of Velzix. I do like the concept of, like, if you just get straight with people, they understand. Your hand touches the handle of your sword as you move your other hand towards the keyblade. It's not Kingdom Hearts. Stop. The Devil Lord signs the peace treaty. You nod to Zana and she gives him the sealed letter that has Velzix essence in it. Done, the Devil Lord says. The forces of the Infernal Realm will stand down. Let's see. You should say, and she gives him a sealed letter that has Velzix essence inside it. Why would she put it in a letter? Who knows, but better than nothing, I suppose. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Once you head back through the portal, I'll use my portal magic to close it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's how you settle things. This could have been like a big fight. Alright, he says, the portal's right over there, if you will. The Devil Lord steps in and waves goodbye to Zana and you. You wave goodbye as well and begin to concentrate. Soon the portal closes and the airship becomes oddly quiet. Just say the portal closes. I don't know what you're talking about, an airship. We're not in an airship. Okay. Zana, we did it. The war is over. Now you need to go talk to Lara. Lara was planning on killing you to get Velzix essence. Lara may not know that the war is over. Excuse me, so she might attack you. You need to be careful. Yeah, like, this is like a really interesting situation because we were able to end the war with the Infernal Realm fairly easily, but now there's still the conflict between Lara and Zana. I understand, Zana says. Thanks for the heads up. If she attacks me, I shall defend myself. Well, I trust you can handle it. Yeah, my powers have grown a lot since the war started. I don't think she'll be a problem anymore. So you say. But Lara has been training for your clash. I imagine she's a lot stronger than before. She has more potential than both of us combined. And you know it. Yeah, Zana out here like talking shit. I don't know, especially since she gave away Velzix's essence. You're definitely weaker than you were like a moment ago. I'll be fine. Zana makes her way towards the Temple of Kalimvor. You return to the Black Fang headquarters. So when the game's like, you ready for some fake lore? We got some fake extra stuff, so I hit retry. Yeah, you're right, Zana says. I'll be careful. Zana takes her leave. You walk back to your house. You feel a great weight lifted off your shoulders. You have done so much for the good of the world. Why not take a rest? Nah, fuck that. Zana takes her leave. Zana goes looking for Lara. You decide to follow Zana. If Zana and Lara do end up fighting, you want to see the action happen. Yeah, like there's no way I'd miss that fight, dude. I'm still the me who loves to fight like extremely powerful opponents and everything. I'm also the me that's been bitter that I've been dead for like a whole year. So, I feel like I'm a little darker than I was before. Also, hit the do action. Hit it up. Hit it up. Just let the story ride. This is going in the right direction. I wonder where Lara is. Who did she train with? Blah, 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 blah. What's Lena been up to? In her house, you watch Zana look through her stuff, throw some of it around, and eventually go to a chest, pulling out what looks to be draconic blood shards. You wonder if she's going to use those on Lara. Suddenly, Zana notices that you are there. I see you have kept the stash of magic items I bought at the auction that one time that I brought over to your house in the back of your shop. Callbacks to previous episode. What do you plan to do with those draconic blood shards? I'm gonna have to update like multiple things in the world info after this episode to like establish that the war's over. I plan on using them against Lara if she attacks me. She's too powerful for me to take on normally, so I'm going to try and use these. Are you sure that is a good idea? Those things are very dangerous. They can be very unpredictable. I honestly don't know what draconic blood shards are, so I'm fascinated. Let's see. What are draconic blood shards? This is how we learn stuff to put in the world info. Draconic blood shards are magic items that can suck the life force out of a person. If I use these against Lara, they would drain all of her energy and she wouldn't be able to heal quickly enough to stop me from killing her. Okay. I'm gonna say, that's pretty powerful stuff. When did you get those? Yeah, that actually is like a cool concept. I like the idea behind draconic blood shards. I bought them a while ago from an adventurer that had gone exploring the ruins of Rask. She said she found them there, and I've been holding on to them in case I ever needed them. Looks like that day has come. The conversation ends as Zana goes to leave. You follow Zana. You're excited to see how things go. On one hand, you wouldn't mind if Zana and Lara ended things peacefully. On the other hand, you love seeing powerful opponents face off against each other. Worst case scenario, if one of them kills the other, you can just resurrect. There we go. The computer lagged behind. You can just resurrect the loser. Yeah, it's kind of a whatever thing, to be honest. The stakes are more based on how would this affect their relationship. You follow Zana. She stops to talk to her daughter, Yag. Yag is not Zana's daughter. Retry. You follow Zana as she goes to the graveyard outside of town. She says she feels more comfortable meeting her out here rather than in a town because nobody else needs to get hurt and the undead won't be an issue. Zana stands at one end of the graveyard and waits. You are so confident that Lara is coming for you that you know that she'll just find you wherever you are. Why not take the initiative and let her know that the war is over? It seems to me that you want to fight Lara. I think you want to test yourself. Excuse me. You're weaker now that you've given up Velzix essence. You want to know if you have what it takes to defeat Lara. You do know that if Lara beats you, she'll become the new head of the vampire clans. That actually is a good point. The fight does have stakes when it comes to titles and stuff like that. The look of shock on Zana's face is amazing. She actually takes a step back when you tell her this and seems genuinely surprised at the possibility. You doubt she ever considered it before. She turns to you and begins to speak. So, she could become my mother? No. So, she could take my title? It is crazy to look back on when you were pregnant, fighting Ludmilla for that title. You wanted to lead the vampire clans before Lara was born. I think you wanted to do that so that Lara would grow up with the opportunity to one day surpass you. You look shocked. I can tell that deep down, that's why you want to fight Lara. That's why you haven't told her the truth. You are trying to pass the torch. Yeah, I mean, that just seems like where it's going. This is a really interesting concept. The battle in the graveyard outside of town. Zana versus Lara, a generational conflict. Zana turns away from you and stares off into the distance. You can tell that this isn't something she considered. Still, you may be right. She begins speaking to you without looking at you. Let's see. It seems like it's something that she may have subconsciously desired this whole time. Lara isn't my only child. I have a son. My thought process was oh gosh, That actually like works though. I've been gone like a whole year. You see Zaina's eyes water. The sadness and guilt she is experiencing right now are as real as any emotion you've ever seen. I was gone for a year. Is the sun our sun? Or I guess I should say, is your son our son? The reason why I ask is because the general earlier seemed really protective of Zaina. Zaina slowly nods her head. She begins speaking. Oh, it is my son. What? What? Season finale? You got two kids. One is named Laura, the other one's, I don't know. We gotta figure that out. His name is Grolic. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. No. Okay. I like that. I was like, his name is Grolic. And it's like, no. Boo. Lies. Lies. Undo that last thing where she's like, his name is Grolic. And we'll just continue from here at the beginning of the next season. What a drop. Okay. So the beginning of season 4 is going to potentially start with the battle between Zaina and Laura to determine who will be the head of the vampire clans. And it'll have the reveal of like Zaina and I's son. Why wasn't he brought up? This is what's going on. What is he up to? So I'm hype. I'm actually pretty excited to see where the story's going to go. I hope you guys are too. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. Yo, if you want to watch the entire series, click on the series playlist link in the end card or in the description box below. You can read the entire series on the AI Dungeon website. Click on the AI Dungeon link in the description. And if you'd like to talk about the series together, feel free to post in the comment section below or on our Discord. I got a Discord link in the description box below. Make sure to keep spoilers in the DMs. Peace. Chicken